In the rugged wilderness, two infant brothers, Romulus and Remus, find refuge in the care of a majestic she-wolf. The brothers' tiny hands grasp at the wolf's fur, a testament to their primal bond with the wild. Romulus and Remus, sheltered by the she-wolf's protective gaze, are oblivious to the rugged, untamed world that will one day forge their destiny. The brothers' cries echo across the Palatine Hill, a foreshadowing of the greatness that will one day rise from these humble beginnings. Amidst the harshness of nature, a spark of life ignites, heralding the birth of a civilization that will one day shape the world. Romulus and Remus, their features weathered by years of hardship, stand resolute on a windswept hill, their eyes fixed on the rolling expanse of the Roman countryside. The brothers' voices carry across the empty expanse, their words laced with the weight of unspoken resentment. The tension between them is a tangible force, pressing down upon the very earth beneath their feet. Shadows cast by the setting sun stretch across the land, mirroring the deepening divide between the once inseparable brothers. In the fading light, the brothers stand as lone sentinels, their shared past drifting further away with every passing moment. A tidal wave of Roman citizens floods the city streets, their faces ablaze with revolutionary zeal. With furious purpose, they topple the symbols of Etruscan rule, shattering the last vestiges of the monarchy. A collective roar of triumph erupts, signaling the birth of a new era, the Roman Republic. In the charged atmosphere, a palpable sense of hope and determination takes hold, heralding a pivotal moment in history. Senators, draped in the somber robes of authority, engage in a heated exchange, their voices rising and falling like the tide of political discord. Cicero, a pillar of reason, steps forward, his gaze unwavering as he prepares to address the assembly. Silence falls as Cicero's voice rings out, his words carrying the weight of the Republic's ideals. The forum echoes with the fervor of Cicero's oration, his passionate plea for the Republic's enduring principles stirring the hearts of all who hear. Chaos erupts as Roman legions collide with the forces of Carthage, the sun bearing witness to their violent clash. Amidst the carnage, the soldiers' eyes are drawn to the distant silhouettes of Hannibal's mighty elephants, their sheer size instilling dread. Hannibal, undaunted, leads his legendary herd through the treacherous mountain passes, a strategic mastermind poised to strike at the heart of Rome. The Roman ranks tremble, their resolve shaken by the looming specter of Hannibal's formidable army and the unstoppable might of his legendary war elephants. Julius Caesar commands the Senate floor, his powerful presence radiating ambition and authority. Sunlight streams through the high windows, illuminating the faces of the senators, some captivated by his words. Others exchange furtive glances, their features etched with concern and resentment, their fear of his growing power palpable. The tension in the chamber thickens as the senators' unease simmers beneath the surface, a storm brewing on the horizon. The Roman Senate is abuzz with heated debate, senators in togas milling about the grand chamber. Suddenly, a group of conspirators, knives drawn, surround the unsuspecting Julius Caesar. In a frenzied attack, the conspirators strike, Caesar's blood staining the marble floor as he falls. Panic erupts, senators screaming and fleeing the scene, the assassination marking the violent end of the Roman Republic. A sea of grief-stricken faces fills the Roman Forum, the air thick with tension. Mark Antony stands on a raised platform, his voice resonating with passion as he holds Caesar's lifeless body. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. Antony reveals Caesar's will, unleashing a wave of anger that sows the seeds of civil war. The Ionian Sea roars with the fury of war, as Roman and Egyptian fleets clash in a brutal dance of ambition. Arrows rain down like deadly hail, shrouding the scene in smoke and the anguished cries of dying men. Octavian's disciplined ships gain the upper hand, their maneuverable grace outmatching Antony's desperate fleet. Flames engulf several of Antony's ships, casting an ominous glow on the unfolding carnage. Octavian emerges victorious, the undisputed master of Rome, as Antony's fleet falls into disarray. The Roman Senate chamber stands in solemn grandeur, its marble statues bearing witness to the gathering of senators in their flowing togas. Octavian, a figure of unwavering presence, steps forward to address the assembly, his features reflecting a steely determination. I promise peace and stability to Rome after years of turmoil, Octavian declares, his voice echoing through the chamber. The senators sit in rapt attention, their faces a tapestry of hope, skepticism, and the weight of history. Silence falls over the chamber, the air thick with anticipation as Octavian's words hang in the air, a promise of a new era for Rome. Augustus stands amidst the bustling renewal of Rome, his gaze sweeping over the city's transformation. New buildings rise against the azure sky, their architectural elegance embodying the Pax Romana's cultural flourishing. Infrastructure spreads like veins through the ancient streets, carrying the lifeblood of commerce and connectivity. The air hums with the energy of a new era, as art, culture, and enterprise converge to herald Augustus's vision for a golden age. Atop the mighty Hadrian's Wall, the emperor stands resolute, his gaze sweeping across the unyielding expanse. The sun's rays dance across the weathered stone, illuminating the wall's formidable presence. Roman soldiers, their spears at the ready, uphold the empire's unwavering defense. Hadrian surveys his domain, the weight of his responsibility etched upon his weathered face. Across the rugged landscape, the wall's uncompromising presence stands as a symbol of the empire's enduring strength. Beneath the watchful gaze of the emperor, the soldiers stand resolute, their discipline and loyalty as unyielding as the wall itself. Sunlight streams through the arched windows, casting a warm glow upon the rising steam. Reclining on marble benches, Roman citizens engage in animated discussions, their voices mingling with the scent of oils and perfumes. Mosaic floors depict scenes of mythical creatures and heroic battles, a testament to the grandeur of the Roman elite. Attendants move gracefully, offering refreshments and towels to the patrons, catering to their every need. Statues of gods and emperors line the walls, a visual reminder of the power and opulence that defines the Roman elite lifestyle. Amid the tranquil atmosphere, the Roman citizens bask in the luxury and comfort of their elite sanctuary. Beneath the merciless sun, the Colosseum's sands run crimson with each clash of bronze-clad combatants. Gladiators engage in a brutal dance of death, their armor glinting as they trade savage blows. The roar of the crowd, a cacophony of cheers and jeers, echoes through the ancient stone walls. Amid the grandeur and barbarity, the spectacle of Roman society's thirst for violence unfolds. Patricians, adorned in fine robes, recline at a lavish banquet table laden with food and wine. Flickering torchlight casts dancing shadows on the frescoed walls, filling the air with the scent of roasted meats and exotic spices. The Senate grows weaker by the day. These plebeians demand more and more, Marcus declares with a furrowed brow. Livia responds with a hint of concern. They toil in the fields and build our roads, Marcus. Surely they deserve some consideration, Marcus retorts firmly. Consideration, yes, but not at the expense of our privileges. We are the backbone of Rome. Aurelia, her brow furrowed, voices her unease. The gap between rich and poor widens. I fear this imbalance cannot last. Across the Roman frontier, a tempest of barbarian fury descends from the hills. The invaders sweep down upon the unsuspecting Roman settlements, their onslaught merciless and unyielding. Smoke rises from the burning ruins as the empire's once secure borders crumble under the weight of this relentless assault. The barbarians' triumph echoes across the land, signaling the end of an era of Roman dominance. Decadence and indulgence reign supreme within the imperial palace's gilded halls. Commodus, lost in self-indulgence, remains oblivious to the growing unrest seething beyond the palace walls. Lavish decorations and opulent displays of wealth serve as a facade, masking the corruption and incompetence that have taken hold of the empire. While the emperor revels in his pleasures, the distant cries of the people echo, foreshadowing the impending collapse of his reign. Weary soldiers gather in the dimly lit camp, their faces etched with frustration and discontent. Soldier 1 speaks up, his voice tinged with exasperation. We've been out here for months with little to show for it. Where's our pay? Soldier 2 chimes in, his tone laced with concern. And the supplies are running low. How are we supposed to fight on empty stomachs? Soldier 3 steps forward, his voice resolute. This is unacceptable. Our loyalty is being tested. The soldiers' murmurs grow louder, their frustration palpable in the tense, shadowy camp. Amid the discontent, the once steadfast loyalty of the Roman army begins to waver, casting a heavy cloud over the encampment. The grand hall of the Roman Senate bustles with the swishing robes of gathered senators, a hive of political activity. Emperor Diocletian, a man of commanding presence, rises from his throne and raises his hand, demanding silence from the chamber. Senators, the time has come to address the growing challenges that face our great empire, Diocletian declares, his voice resonating through the hall. A lone senator rises, his brow furrowed in concern. But, Your Majesty, such a division will weaken our unity and leave us vulnerable to our enemies. Diocletian's response is firm. Nay, my loyal senator. This division will allow us to better manage the affairs of our vast lands and ensure the prosperity of our people. The empire shall remain strong, united under the guidance of 2 Augusti. The senators erupt in a chorus of approval, their voices united in their loyalty to the emperor and the empire. Long live the emperor! Long live the empire! Against the backdrop of a bustling Constantinople, Emperor Constantine stands tall and proud, addressing the gathered crowd. His words resonate with the dignitaries and citizens, who listen with rapt attention to his vision for the new capital. Today, we dedicate this city, Constantinople, as the new capital of the Eastern Roman Empire. The towering architecture of Constantinople begins to take shape, a testament to the city's growing power and influence. May it be a beacon of prosperity, knowledge, and strength for generations to come. The thunderous clash of steel echoes across the rugged terrain of Adrianople. The mighty Roman army, once the pride of the ancient world, is engulfed in a tide of Germanic fury. Amidst the chaos, a Roman centurion stands his ground, his expression resolute, even as the battle turns against him. The Visigoths, once a formidable foe, now emerge victorious, their triumph signaling a seismic shift in the balance of power. The once mighty Roman Empire faces a decisive defeat, its military dominance shattered, ushering in a new era of uncertainty. In the once grand halls of Ravenna, the aging Emperor Honorius sits alone, his regal throne now a symbol of a fading empire. The opulent surroundings, once a testament to Rome's might, now echo with a sense of neglect and impending decline. Beyond the palace windows, the streets are filled with the sounds of unrest, a civilization on the verge of collapse. Honorius's weathered face betrays his deep concern, the weight of his responsibilities etched upon his features. With a heavy heart, the emperor voices his lament. The Western Roman Empire is crumbling. I feel so powerless to stop it. Towering walls crumble as the Visigoths storm the Eternal City, plunging Rome into a maelstrom of chaos and destruction. Panic grips the once proud citizens as they flee the Visigoth onslaught, their cries of terror echoing through the burning streets. Amidst the carnage, a lone soldier stands resolute, his weathered face a mask of grim determination as he faces the unstoppable tide of the Visigoth horde. The once mighty Roman Empire, long the beacon of civilization, now lies shattered, its grandeur reduced to ashes as the Visigoths lay claim to the fallen city. The sweeping Roman countryside lies in uneasy stillness, a prelude to the momentous events to unfold. Odoacer, a Germanic general, stands resolute, his presence commanding the attention of the young emperor. Romulus Augustulus, his youthful face etched with a mix of fear and resignation, faces the inevitable. With a decisive motion, Odoacer seizes the mantle of power, signaling the end of an empire. The last embers of Rome's glory flicker and fade as the weight of history settles upon the vanquished emperor. A new era dawns, marked by the end of an ancient civilization and the uncertain future that lies ahead. Majestic domes and spires pierce the azure sky, crowning the ancient city of Constantinople. Bustling thoroughfares teem with the diverse life that flows through the heart of the Eastern Roman Empire. Towering columns and archways, remnants of Rome's enduring legacy, frame the energetic pulse of this Byzantine metropolis. Beneath the dazzling splendor, the city's vibrancy and resilience shine, a testament to the timeless spirit of the Eastern Roman Empire.